When I was a kid, my mom never really let me make friends. I was homeschooled, and she was, and still is, pretty crazy. She had taken me to the park one day when I was 8, and for some reason she said that she wanted me to go meet some other kids. I thought this was strange, but maybe she felt bad that day or something IDK. It was one of those really nostalgic playgrounds, with tons of slides and not much else. I remember going to one of the spinny thingies because those were my favorite, and there was a girl around my age. She had black hair, and I'm pretty sure that she was Asian. I distinctly remember her wearing a red polo, which was strange to me because she was a girl. I eventually ended up talking with her and making friends with her, and my mother ended up meeting her parents. We played at said park tons of times over the next few months, and eventually ended up having a play date at each other's houses. I distinctly remember having to clean up the house even though I didn't want to. It was pretty normal. I can't really recall the relationship between my mom and her parents though, because I didn't really pay much mind to them while we were hanging out. I don't think it was ever negative because I probably would have heard and remembered it if my mom got upset, as she usually doesn't. Eventually we got around to going to her house. My mom drove me over to her house, and it was a pretty similar house to our own. One of those basic ones with a very flat front and 9 windows plus a door in the center. I remember that she had a ton of Beanie Babies. Like a hyperfixation type. There had to be at least like 70 Beanie Babies. And I did steal one. It was a mint-colored rabbit. I think I named him Snuggles or something like that. My mom apparently agreed to let me have a sleepover with her, which was really out of the ordinary for her lack of lenience. And we planned to do so next week. The next time that we came to their house, it literally wasn't there. It was ruined, rusty, and burnt down. My mom was so whacked out by this, she actually went and asked the neighbors about the family who lived there, who then told her that nobody had lived there for years. She drove me back home and didn't say anything to me. Whenever I asked about her, she would just say that my friend couldn't come over anymore or something along those lines. 2 months ago, we moved away from VA. When I found that rabbit Beanie Baby, I remembered this little girl with the red polo. I asked my mom about it, and she literally gaslit me. I didn't show her the bunny, but she straight up lied to my face and told me that none of this ever happened. Does anyone have any clue what this means?
Subscribe for more stories.